What's up, XFL fans, and welcome to our Week 3 rankings and picks, baby.
Let's go, baby.
But Sean, before we get into that,
yes,
I gotta say, man, Week 2, though, it was better than Week 1, baby.
Dude, it was amazing. 3 of the 4 games were one-possession games, and that's what we want to see.
And what else did we see in Week 2?
We saw our very first double forward pass, baby.
Woo-wee. And that's the thing about the XFL, man. As the season progresses week to week, it's going to get better in the quality of football.
Yes.
As players get their feet wet, as they get more acclimated to the rules. This XFL league is absolutely a whole lot of fun. We're enjoying it.
Can't wait.
But, all right, Sean, let's get into week number 3.
Yes.
And we're going to start off with the rankings.
Let's go.
All right, number 8.
Yes.
Anything changed for you?
Nothing.
Nothing
Tampa
changed.
Bay. Still Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay?
They can't score a touchdown. They're staying bottom.
Tampa Bay is the same for me.
Yeah.
Number 7 still hasn't changed. It's LA Wildcats.
Definitely LA, who the Renegades beat, by the way.
Hell yeah, we got our first win, baby.
Yeah.
LA is 0-2.
Yes.
But I so badly want to put Tampa Bay at number 7, LA at number 8.
Yep.
I'll get into that later.
Yep.
But coming in at number 6, dude, I had a team make a huge drop back here.
too.
At number 6, falling to number 6, is the New York Guardians.
Yep.
Last week, they were number 2 for me. They fall all the way to 6.
Same for me. They're 6. They were 3rd last week for me. They dropped down to 6.
They dropped big time for us.
Damn, both of us have
Shut out. That's what happens when you get shut out.
Yeah.
You get embarrassed.
I mean, your offense, Matt McGloin, throws your whole team under the bus.
Jesus, fuck that guy. All right, heading into our number 5th team.
Yeah.
For me, it's going to be the Seattle Dragons. Last week, they were number 6.
Yes. Same for me, Josh. When you're the same
Stop
here,
copying me, Sean.
I can't help it,
But
man.
that defense is pretty damn good.
They look good. Against Tampa Bay, they got their first win at home.
And what an audience they got over there. Almost 30,000 people showed up for the game.
Impressive.
Great. Here at number 4. Can you guys count to number 4? 4's in the chat. Coming in number 4. For me, moving up a spot is the Dallas Renegades. Last week, they were 5th. They're coming in at number 4.
Me too. Dallas Renegades, I want to put them higher so bad. Landry Jones took him a little bit. They got going.
He's going to get going.
Yeah,
and that running game is legit.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah.
At number 3, imagine if we were in 3D. But at number 3, moving up a spot for me is the St. Louis BattleHawks.
Yes, even though they lost, they made it a tough-ass game against the Houston Roughnecks. Really impressed by that.
Speaking of the Roughnecks, they come in at number 2 for me. Last week, the Houston was number 3. They move up a spot. I'm not ready to put them in number 1. But who do you have at number 2?
I actually had this team number 1 last week, and that was the Houston Roughnecks. Even though they won, they did drop down to number 2 for me.
Because number 1, we're unanimous in this.
We are unanimous
Our
on
whole team.
all power rankings.
Our rankings are unanimous.
Yes.
Number 1 is the DC Defenders.
Yes.
And that is because they are just the best goddamn team in the XFL. And I don't want to hear it from anyone. Don't try to tell me they're not. Try me. I dare you. Try me in the comment section. Try me in the Discord. They are the best coach team. Their offense is fucking ridiculous. Their defense is ridiculous. Their special teams is ridiculous.
Yeah.
All across the board, this team has proven the number 1.
I had them number 2 last week. They are number 1, and they shut out New York Guardians. They are the best.
Right. I can't wait for Roughnecks versus DC.
Oh, I can't wait for Dallas and DC.
DC's going to get up there. DC's going to get up there. We got a sick-ass roster.
I can't wait.
But those are our rankings going into week number 3. What are your rankings? Let us know in the live chat. Let us know in the comment section down below. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for week 3 and the picks?
Let's go.
Let's get ready for the picks, and our first game is going to be the Houston Roughnecks. 2-0 Houston Roughnecks on the road against the Tampa Bay Vipers, who are 0-2. The Roughnecks enter this game as 6-point favorites.
Yes.
I have a lot to say about the Tampa Bay Vipers. I've watched every game of this XFL season. I mean, there's only fucking 8 teams.
Yeah.
There's only 4 games a week.
Yep.
The Vipers are by far the most frustrating.
Yep.
In the rankings, I have them as number 8 and LA number 7. But I want to put them at number 7 and LA at number 8. Why? Because Tampa Bay is a more talented team than a team like LA.
Yep.
This is a team that's talented. Let me tell you, man. Look, their wide receivers. Reese Horn, he's a fucking beast. Dan Williams, he's 3rd in the league in receiving.
Yep.
They got a monster in Nick Truesdale at tight end. They're damn good at running backs. The 5th in rushing is Jaquise Patrick. Last week he had 73 yards. Davion Smith, I'm sorry, their running back, their other running back is 2nd in rushing.
Yeah.
They got playmakers on offense. They got playmakers on defense. Their defensive end, DeAndres Mount, he has recorded 7 total pressures from the edge defender positions. That's 2nd most in the NFL. Defensive tackle, Nikita Whitlock is 2nd in the XFL with 6 total pressures as an interior defensive lineman. Their safety, Marcellus Branch, is tied for 2nd in the XFL with 6 run stops. And their cornerback, Kelly, the guy that had a lot of praise going into the season, he hasn't disappointed. He has 4 forced incompletions, which is the best in the XFL. This is a team with playmakers. And we haven't even talked about Jalen Tolliver, a wide receiver who still hasn't got an opportunity to showcase really what he could do. But what are the Vipers held back by? Incompetent coaching. I mean, of the highest degree, incompetent coaching. I was watching that fucking game where they were showing Mark Trestman on the sideline. He was mic'd up, and you could see the fucking indecision of him. Like, he didn't really know what to do. He is a fucking bum ass of a coach.
Get him out of there.
They're strangled by their coaching. They're strangled by their shit quarterback play. Cornelius had 154 yards last week and 2 interceptions. They're going to say that Aaron Murray is the guy when healthy. But god damn it, Flowers, who had an interception last week, but how are you going to build any kind of consistency, Tampa, if you can't fucking just stick with one motherfucking quarterback and just stick with that guy? Stop interchanging guys on and off the field.
You got to have a clear-cut leader on your team.
Fuck, this team is too talented to be what they are.
It reminds me, like I said, trust me, I know how it is when it comes to a team that's a lot of talent, but with shitty coaching. My Cowboys were like that with Jason Garrett. You gotta Mark Trestman's gotta get a game plan, stick with it, and just get behind the guy.
Sean, the Vipers have outgained their opponents by over 100 yards each game, despite being 0-2.
Yeah.
Despite being 0-2. They had a great defensive battle with Seattle last week.
Get a win. They were in one possession game. What was the score? 17-9, I believe. Yeah, 17-9. It was only an 8-point game.
The Vipers are finally at home for the first time in the XFL season.
Yep.
And they're hosting the Roughnecks, and they're going to lose.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to lose to the Roughnecks.
The Roughnecks are going to put up a show. PJ Walker?
Yes.
Woo!
Because they have an identity. They know who they are, and their coach trusts in their guys.
Yeah, dude. Vipers, I feel bad. Like, they have all the talent in the world, but until they get that coaching, until I can see them put it on the field, it don't mean shit to me. They're going to lose this game.
I mean, the Roughnecks, PJ Walker, outstanding. Cam Phillips, last week, he had 63 yards on 8 receptions, 3 touchdowns. He's 4th in yards in the XFL. But Houston's defense generates a lot of pressure, man. Yeah. Don't get too excited about the offense. I mean, well, you can, but don't discount the defense as well. Because through 2 weeks, they've been pressuring opposing quarterbacks on 41% of dropbacks. Yeah. They fucking like to dominate the trenches. So, looking at the Vipers, if it's Aaron Murray or if it's Cornelius, they're going to get destroyed by the pass rush of the Houston Roughnecks. Houston wins this game, not just by 6 points that they're favored by. They're going to win by 10.
I'm going to say that's kind of disrespectful, only be favored by 6.
Now, and again, Tampa, they have a ton of potential because they got playmakers everywhere.
Do.
But until Trestman gets his head out of his ass, or they fucking fire Trestman, or they stick to one quarterback, quit Flowers, on a consistent basis, nothing's going to change. Tampa Bay loses at home.
Yes, I agree.
All right, moving on to the next game. We have our Dallas Renegades.
Let's go, baby.
They are on the road against the Seattle Dragons. Both teams 1-1.
It's actually a tough game.
Renegades are 4.5 favorites entering this game. And, dude, The Dragons, their home field is pretty nice because last week they had almost 30,000 people show up for the game.
It was a great,
so they're
great
they're
turnout.
gonna have the crowd, behind them.
Yeah.
Now, dude, Landry Jones, he came back last week for the first time.
Yep, he looked a little rough, but he got it going at the end there.
Dude, let me tell you this. I know it's only 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
But he came back last week, and he threw 305 yards, and he's already 5th in passing in the XFL.
Definitely.
He's already 5th in the league. I mean, so he got better as the game started wearing on.
Yes.
But remember, folks, he's coming back from an injury. I think he only had 1 or 2 practices with the Renegades before taking the field last week.
Yeah.
So he still needs to get his feet wet.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got weapons. And Josh Crockett, who did great.
Yes.
Donald Parham, the tight end.
Oh, Parham,
Jeff
great.
Bendett.
Yeah.
He had 6 receptions for 53 yards.
Finally.
And the run game of Artis Payne and Dunbar.
Oh, dude, Artis Payne especially. How much yards did he have? He had 99 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He's 4th in rushing in the league.
He did amazing for us. Dunbar was a good change of pace back. 6 attempts for 42 yards. We had over 130 something, 140 yards pretty much in rushing. Great. If we can continue that, see, because the thing is, last week what I noticed is I felt like we were forcing the ball in Landry Jones' hands too much, and we had good drives, but we kept turning the ball over. When they finally got more balanced with a good running game along with the passing game, look what happened. Artis Payne scored those 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter and won us that game.
Right. Now, in this game, folks, Renegades versus Dragons.
Yes.
This is going to be a tough matchup.
Oh, it's going to be a battle.
It's 4.5 favorites for Dallas, but here's where the true matchup is here.
Yes.
The Dallas running game versus the Dragons defense, because they got a defense.
Yes, they do.
Especially against the run.
Yes.
Okay, check this out. Dallas run game.
Yeah.
They averaged 2.3 yards before contact. That is the best in the XFL.
Yeah, that's damn good, yeah.
But the Dragons defense has allowed just 0.1 yards before contact per rushing attempt. That's the league's best defensive mark in the XFL.
That's really good.
Defensive tackle Will Sutton has generated the most pressures, 7 from the interior. Linebacker Steven Johnson for the Dragons leads the league in run stops with 7.
Okay.
And Marcel Frazier, the defensive end for the Dragons, is just an absolute monster. So who's gonna fucking give? Is it gonna be the Dallas running game or the defense of the Dragons?
Yes, that's gonna be the big test. Looking at this game, I'm a little nervous because I know Landry Jones is still getting his legs under him, especially his knee that he had that injury to. But you know what? I think it's going to be a good battle. Let me look here. So Seattle's defense is playing solid, right? But so far, Seattle's offense hasn't broken 20 points. They scored 19 points the week before and 17 points last week at home. I'm looking at Dallas's offense. Even week 1, even though we didn't really score any touchdowns or anything, we were moving the ball. We just couldn't finish drives.
Yeah.
We had 3 straight field goals. This past week, it took us a little bit to get going. If we can continue the momentum that we had in the 4th quarter and finishing drives, cut out the goddamn turnovers, we're going to win that game. I think we will win versus Seattle in Seattle.
Yeah, give us Dallas Renegades to win this game.
Yes.
Now moving on to the Guardians at BattleHawks. BattleHawks are at home, 10-point favorites, and I'm going with BattleHawks.
No, hands
Guardians.
down. Hands down.
They are where they're ranked for me for a reason.
Yeah.
Jordan Ta'amu is an absolute monster. 3 touchdowns last week.
Yes.
He did have 2 interceptions, but he got going on the ground as well. He had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Matt Jones and Christian Michael, the
good.
running game of the BattleHawks overall,
Yeah.
between those running backs, between Jordan Ta'amu, is fantastic. He's 2nd in passing in the league with 443 yards.
Nice.
And he's also 3rd in rushing.
Holy shit.
Jordan Ta'amu is 2nd in passing and 3rd in rushing.
Wow.
Matt Jones is number 1 in rushing in the league right now.
Wow.
So,
all right, there we go.
But here's the thing about the BattleHawks, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes, from watching them, they get too much into wanting to run the ball.
They get a little too conservative. Yeah.
I think we were watching some of that game. Well, I was watching the game after we were done streaming and everything, and I've even seen I saw Houston even stacking the box, knowing they're gonna run, and they still ran.
Yeah. They got to open it up and be more confident in Jordan Ta'amu and let him cut it loose, man. And you know what? I know New York, we thought they had a great defense after week 1 where they put on a whooping on Tampa. But then the question was it mainly because of Tampa? And it was. So I think they'll have opportunities here to put up some points.
Now, I want to say this. The New York Guardians defense, they're going to come back more fired up, and they have they still have some really good defensive players right there, especially in the trenches. Now, one thing to note is the BattleHawks tackle, Jake Campos, is injured, and he hasn't allowed a single pressure in 47 blocking snaps. So it's going to be telling to see if Jordan Ta'amo can still have the kind of production he can have with this guy being out, because he was a huge piece in that.
Ooh,
so look out for that. But nonetheless, we're both going BattleHawks.
Yeah, and not until I see New York Guardians offense get their shit together.
Now, in the last game, we have Defenders at the Wildcats. Defenders are 8-point favorites. Wildcats, LA at home.
What's there to talk about?
I'm not believers in the Wildcats.
Come on.
You saw Winston Moss just kind of like chilling on the fucking bench all by himself.
Dude.
I don't know, man. They just have this vibe about them
What's up with him?
that says they're going to go 0-3. Give me the DC Defenders, the best team in the XFL.
There's no argument there. DC Defenders. Even Wildcat fans are like, we're fucked.
I mean, look at this. Cordell Jones, he's number 1. He leads the league in passing with 511 yards. Rashad Ross is number 2 in receiving.
Yeah.
And Eli Rogers is top 5 in receiving as well.
Yeah, they're just too good all the way around. Their defense is going to dominate. I could see LA getting shut out.
All right, so we're going to go Defenders. Those are our picks. Those are our rankings. Let us know what you guys have in the comment section, in the live chat, and we'll see you this weekend for some XFL streams. Renegades at the Dragons, and then we will see you guys on Sunday for, let's see, what are we going to do there? We going to do... You want to do DCLA? We could do DCLA maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Cordell Jones.
Cordell Jones?
Cordell Jones.
All right, so we'll see you guys this weekend for some streams. And, hey, let us know what you guys got. Let's go Renegades, baby.
All right, later, guys.
Bye-bye.